tea is hot. Nigga, Kim and Rebecca got the spot. Sip it slow, let the gossip flow. The morning tea is your daily glow. Turn it up, hear the laughter ring. Stories fly like birds on wings. Steeped in truth with a twist of fun. The morning tea has just begun. Pour a cup, let the chatter spring. Your morning fix is here with three. Mika, Kim, and Rebecca agree. The morning tea is the place to be.
Ooh-wee. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Hey,
good morning.
Oh my goodness. Another Wednesday in the books. Another Wednesday.
Yes.
So while we allow the people to come on in the room, as they say, come on in the room.
In the room.
Come on in the room. So what's going on, ladies? It's another hot Wednesday. Good morning.
Listen, I'm still trying to come down from the past weekend. I ain't even gonna lie.
I know it.
Y'all gonna have to talk a little bit about it because y'all look like y'all had such a good time.
Oh my God. We had a good time. You know, it's just good to be free sometimes, right? It's just good to just be able to say, I'm here. We don't have no schedule. We just, you know, we are in the midst of a free mind and a safe space to be our authentic selves. And it was just really, really a good time. So Kim, give some highlights. I know Jay did a live earlier this week talking about how you don't have to really put on to show up, right?
Yeah.
For people to really see your glow and see who you are and just attract to us because of the energy that we have. So I'm going to let you come in and talk. Hey, Trina, good morning.
Well, you know, basically it's just, and I say it all the time, be you, you know, wherever you are, just be you.
Yeah.
And being you, people gravitate to whatever energy you possess, whether it's bad or good.
Yeah.
We met Chicago. Oh my God. Everybody there was just they was just friendly and nice and very kind, you know, even the dogs was nice, you know. You know, so we didn't encounter anybody that I would consider was just rude. I mean, we did have one Uber driver. We asked, can you put your air conditioner on? And she let the windows down. I don't know, she just didn't understand. But other than that, it was just, when I tell y'all, a total vibe. And it also,
it looked like it too.
Yeah, when you're with the right people, it wasn't no put on, you know, it was just like, it was just smooth. It was just smooth from beginning to end.
It really was from beginning to end. Just, you know, it sometimes it's hard to travel with people, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's very hard to travel with people because you don't know people's their temperament.
Right.
You don't know how they live on a regular basis. You don't know if they're going to be standoffish, if they're not going to have a bubbly personality, if you aren't going to be ones that's just going to go with the flow of things, right? It could really be a horrible thing, but we just flowed. And the time was had, but we'll say we did miss some of the besties that we wish would have been there.
Yeah.
We missed.
We did.
And which was only because it was certain experiences and certain laughs and certain things that we wish that, you know, y'all would have been able to witness. Because baby, let me tell you, we laughed so much Saturday night.
And my face was swollen, my eyes puffy,
heads was hurting, like it was crazy.
I must have laughed, baby.
It was so crazy. But we definitely we you know, you just never know what you need until you in the space and know I needed that. Like I needed that. And so shout out to everybody who thank God, shout out to everybody who congratulated myself, the Porters, Apostle Porter and Prophetess Porter, and just all of those. Cole Rose came from Houston. Nikki Woodbury, a Bessie from the Bessie Collective, was there as well. Just a lot of people that really in this class deserved what they received. Marva Brown Thomas from Oklahoma. Like, it was really, really a good
Dr.
vibe.
Monica. She's such a sweet.
Monica.
She's so really sweet. We hooked up with her at the casino.
So we had a good time. But what about you, Becca? I know that it is the end of tax season, or the end for some of tax season, I should say. So let's talk about your tax season and you getting a break over the weekend.
Oh, wow. How does that feel?
Oh, y'all. It was so much needed. I still had my laptop. Dante was like, I thought you was leaving that. I'm like, I'm a CEO. I gotta take it. I gotta take it with me. I might have to put a file out. But so needed. Like, tax season, taxes, and entrepreneurship in itself is tiring. It's tiring. And although I'm still, I'll be back in the office tomorrow, this little reset did my mind just good. So I welcomed it. I welcomed it.
You deserved it, because we know you was in the trap. Like, we know day and night. And just seeing you out and seeing Dante out this weekend, I was like, I was so glad that y'all were out. Yeah, to be able
to the Foodie Land. Foodie Land. I think it's coming there next, Kim. To Houston. I heard them say it is coming to Houston after here. I don't know if it's stopping somewhere and then going to Houston, but I know it's coming to Houston.
I don't need no more food. I ate so much in Chicago. I said I ain't eating for 2 weeks.
Girl. So Trina says she got to go now and get her some crack cake. Absolutely. So shout out to Pookie's Crack Cakes out of Chicago. Thankfully that David has been going there since he was on tour with Dave, and they have become family. And baby, listen.
Oh, that cake was good. Oof.
Was it good? It looked like it was
oh my
good.
God. Yes. And Rex, our brother in Chicago, said, man, see, we didn't know that we can bring it back with us. And when we in there, they was like, yeah, man, just take it through the, I didn't know that we could take the cakes through the security.
Yeah.
So baby, we packed them cakes up inside of our handbag that we was going through the line, and we had 4 cakes coming back to Dallas when we came back. Right. So they were super, super good. So shout out to them. We did tell them that they need to come to Dallas. So when they come to Dallas, we're going to make sure that we get some cakes. And Rebecca, I'll get you some cakes when they come, because they do want to come down. So shout out to them. Matter of fact, Pookie, her birthday was on yesterday. So shout out to her. Happy birthday. But
happy birthday, Pookie.
Just good to know people. Good to know people, child. Good to know people. So we are excited about today's show. We got an exciting show today that we are welcoming back. So y'all do us a favor. Say good morning so we can put y'all in the on the screen, let you know that we appreciate y'all. Tag somebody and let them know that we are on this morning. It seemed like people dragging this morning.
It's the weather. It's the weather.
So we're gonna get into this tea gossip segment, and when we come back, I'm gonna tell y'all all about. I got some beef though. I got some beef. I'm gonna tell you all about it when we come back.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now it's time for entertainment news, the tea gossip segment, right here on the Morning Tea Radio Show.
So listen, before we get into the tea gossip segment, I wanted to let you know, good morning to everybody. If this is your first time tuning in to the Morning Tea Radio Show with myself, my co-host, Rebecca, Miss Unmute, and Miss Kim, where we utilize this platform for businesses, entrepreneurs, those who want to grow and enlarge your network and territory. So if you have an event coming up, if you want some more seats, people in the seats, reach out to myself or Rebecca or Kim, because we do have some spots available for interviews or for commercial advertising. But not only do we connect with businesses and entrepreneurs, we also have morning tea topics where there are things that we talk about each and every day. I always say real, authentic adult conversations. And if you haven't experienced some of the things that we talk about, keep on living, because you just never know when an experience will knock on your door. And then you can come back to these conversations that we had on the Morning Tea Radio Show. The Morning Tea Radio Show. So shout out to y'all. We got good morning, Charlie. Good morning, my girl. Good morning. Good morning, Marcy Jackson with her podcast.
Good morning,
podcast yesterday, Marcy. Marcy looking fly out here.
What?
handling business,
baby.
Handling business. I say, you better show him, Marcy, how to do it. You better show him. So yes, thank you. So, y'all, here's my beef. Last week we talked about Ashley Janae. Then now we got a situation with Ashanti Allen, the 23-year-old that was pregnant in Houston, that her boyfriend killed her. They found her strangled on last weekend. Then we got Christina Snow and Shaniqua Pugh out of Shreveport that are battling their life in the hospital with 8 children that have now been killed. What in the heck is going on? I am so upset about this keep occurring. Like within a 7-day, I'm going to say a 2-week time period, we have 3 women who have been killed by their boyfriend. Y'all tell me, do y'all think it's the red flags that we ignoring? Because with Ashanti Allen, she had some situations where they went to the police and the guy got arrested. They let him go with time served, 100 and something days. And then 2 months later, now he kills this girl. And an 8 months, she was 8 months pregnant. 8 months pregnant. And it's just so crazy to me that I feel, and this is just my opinion, I feel in certain situations, we aren't open because a lot of these people didn't know that there was things that was actually taking place. And I want you to talk about that as well, Kim, because you didn't do the domestic, but you had situations. Why is it that the conversation, why isn't that it's being told? Because in some cases, like Ashanti, I feel like the system failed her. I feel like the system failed her because even when I watched them on the Isaiah Factor, the sister, the brother, the mother said that when they went to the police and they knew that something had happened with the boyfriend, the police did not press the fact of they had a tub. He brought a tub with dirty shoes, muddy shoes in there. They were telling them about certain things and they just wasn't pressing the issue. And they let him out knowing that he had already had these aggravated assault charges. He'd already had domestic violence charges and they let him out. So tell me, what do y'all think about that?
It's a very sad situation. Some women do ignore the red flags, but they also feel like, even in my situation, felt like, okay, I can't leave him like this, or I can change him, or I have kids with them, or they hold on to maybe the materialistic things. So it's so many reasons. But when it comes to incidents where the police is involved or any type of violence has happened one time, it shouldn't be a second time. I'm thankful that mine wasn't physical. But it's we can say all these things now. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes and even though the system failed them, we can't say it's all the system's fault. And some women won't listen to what their family and friends saying just so they can man, or for whatever reasons. This situation, this subject is so sensitive to each woman that has dealt with it and got out safely. And even for those that didn't get out, you just never know when that's going to be the last time.
Right.
But I will say this: if a ninja ever say they're going to kill you, baby, don't take that lightly. When, like that right there, you don't play with that. Like that you don't play with that. The last thing I was told was that that he was going to destroy me. I'm not going to sit around and wait. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit around and wait. So it's such a sensitive thing, and we just never know what happened, you know, even though she had filed divorce, you know, and so I think the divorce was supposed to happen on the 20th or something. So he's dealing with that in his mind. So he's like, that pressure and that anxiety was building up, that he just was like, oh no, this is not gonna go down. And even when he went to a friend of his and was saying that, oh, she can't leave me. Yeah, it's like I say, we can always say now what should have been done, but when somebody say they're gonna kill you, you better take them serious, like for real.
And then I believe too, and I'm gonna let you speak on it too, Rebecca. He called his parents and it was voicing to his parents like his thoughts and all of the things. And I believe even in those situations, those that they are speaking to, they could possibly be crying out, and we take that lightly as well. Right. And so in certain situations when people are saying certain things, and he had went to counseling, they said that because he was he was in the Army, Navy, one of them, but he had did some counseling before, and they said he had some mental challenges, right? But you know, it's just a sad situation. But what's your thoughts, Rebecca?
And you know, it is a sad situation, and sometimes, like Kim say, we say what we woulda, shoulda, coulda, but sometimes too, it's deeper than all of that. Sometimes you have women who were never loved by their mom, their dad, or whatever, and you get this first no good person to come and show you just this much, and you feel like, oh, well, this is so much more love than I ever got. This is so much. So even though those issues may be there, he's here. He's loving me. I guess this is love because she don't have nothing to compare it to. So she takes it as that, and then time passes, and the abuse, and in her mind, she has flipped that to mean he cares enough to go upside my head. Or
he's here.
You know, So it's a very sad situation, but the fact that these kids and these parents, I mean, these moms and kids and stuff are losing their life behind it. It is. Like Cordelia said, the devil is busy.
For sure. And then I saw last night when I was reading, and then we'll move on, I saw that one of the cousins of one of the mothers has been at the hospital, right? And saying that the mother is going back and forth in her thoughts because of her. And I think this is the mother that still has the bullet that's in her cheek.
In her face.
Said that one day she remembers, and then another day she's saying, I got to get my kids ready for school. So mentally, she doesn't even understand what is going on because of, so it's just to be able to even know as a parent, I don't have any kids, but just to even know that your kids are gone. All of your kids are gone because of somebody. And truth be told, and then I'm gonna move on, I've seen even arguments that her and the other girl was having with each other in regards to him. Like, this my man. No, this my man. Oh, you over there, I'm taking care of you. Like, literally on social media, they are really sharing the same man and going back and forth with them. Having babies on each other. It was just so crazy. But
a mess.
All in all, it's so sad that when I see the videos of the kids and that's popping across TikTok and social media, they happy kids that have a care, don't have no care in the world, and getting caught in the middle of what took place. And it's just a sad situation. So y'all, lift them up in prayer. Although you may not know them, lift them up, because to be able to wake up when you finally get your mind
and your whole life,
all 6 of your kids are gone. All 6 of them. And the smallest one was 3 years old. And it's just such a sad situation. So I know I'm gonna try to do my part. I don't know. I know that there's some GoFundMe's, even just because 6 people, that's 6 people that have to be buried. 6 in one family. So imagine the cost of that. So even if you don't do anything but just prayer, give prayer to them. That's even better than the financials, because you just never know. You just never know. So we're going to get into this quick song. When we come back, we got Miss Unmute in the building. That's going to give y'all a second segment. So you guys make sure that you don't go nowhere. Stay right there.
Stay right there.
It's the morning tea. Your perfect brew. To start the day right. use it, shining so bright, bright. With every sip, let your spirit soar. Open the window, let in so much more. It's the morning tea. It's the morning tea. We got the tunes to get you in your groove. A little inspiration.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Rebecca, the Unmute Yourself Queen. Let me ask you a question. Do you find yourself shrinking inside of rooms that you are meant to command? And do you ask yourself, why does this keep happening? Well, stay tuned for my upcoming segment, Unmute Yourself, and you'll see why, and get tips on how to change that. Stay tuned.
Hey y'all, hey, how are y'all doing today? So today my Unmute Yourself segment is business related. As a business owner and a person who wants to grow in your brand, you know, a form of muting is not moving forward in your business because you do not want to invest in your business. I get it. Everybody's day one is not somebody else's day 20, day 30, but you have to start somewhere. You cannot always expect free. You cannot always expect a handout. You cannot, if your craft is important to you, invest in it. It doesn't mean going out spending thousands of dollars up front, but you have to sow into your brand the way you will want somebody else to come and support your brand. If you're not willing to invest in it, then don't expect nobody else to pour into it. So that is my Unmute Yourself segment for today. Invest in your craft. Start somewhere. Free will only get you so far. So you know the saying, you get what you don't pay for. So take heed to that.
You get what you don't pay for. You get what you don't pay for.
Come on. All right, y'all. We got another segment coming up. We're going to get into this Heavenly Mind by the Martians.
Hey, it's your favorite Miss Kim on the Morning Tea Radio Show. Coming up next, let me ruffle your feathers. Stay put now. Don't go nowhere.
Hey, y'all. Hey. I feel like somebody needs to wake up. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Listen. Y'all know I love y'all, right? Right. So, with that being said, I want to remind some of us to learn to be happy and clap for others when you see them celebrating life. Okay? Don't wait until they're no longer here and then you got something to say. We clap now, celebrate now, be happy. Because when it's your turn, because your turn is coming, then you don't have to worry about nobody clapping for you, okay? Because what you sow is what you reap, okay? So y'all got that? Do I need to repeat that? What you sow is what you reap. Learn to clap, celebrate others. Don't be doing all that low-key hating and like, oh, that's good. Just be, I cannot say this enough. That's probably why my name started with a K. Just be kind, okay? Just be kind. And remember, you next in line. Just stay in line. Just stay in the line. Keep clapping. Clap. Clap, clap, and you next. Then it's your turn. It's like going down the Soul Train line. We all dancing and clapping, having a good time. It's your turn. Everybody clapping for you, okay? I love y'all. Now go out there and be nice. Look in the mirror this morning, too, before you leave. And, talk to yourself. Get yourself together. I love y'all. Be careful.
All right, y'all. Be kind. Be kind. And clap for others. One of the things that I love is when you clap for others, when it's your time, those same claps that you clap for others, you will get more than enough, right? And not saying that you're doing it for the claps, but it just feels good. It just feels good.
When let's be honest. People want to be noticed. People want to feel important. People want the love and support. You know, come on. You don't just do stuff and don't want nobody to say nothing. Come on. Let's be real. First of all, be real. Tell the truth. Don't be like, they ain't got the clap. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So be kind. Be kind. That's in the Bible.
All right, y'all. We're going to get into this commercial break. And then when we come back, we got the Rebecca Davis, who is going to tell us, Miss Unmute, what we're going to talk about today. What's the hot topic, the morning tea topics of the day? So y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Do you want your brand heard and your story told? The Morning Tea Radio Show is booking interview and commercial advertising slots, and they are happening right now. This is your chance to connect with an engaged audience of entrepreneurs, creatives, and community leaders who value real conversations and real impact. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Email us today at morningtearadioshow@gmail.com. That's morningtearadioshow@gmail.com, where voices are heard and events and brands are amplified.
All right, we back. Let's give us a round of applause for the people and all the goodies, the good nuggets that we had for today. Before we get into this morning tea topic. Okay, Becca, what we talking about?
You? No, I'm just playing.
Yes, Dr. Mika Diamond Stars. Doctor.
Today's topic. Exactly. Today's topic is the cost of always being the bigger person. At what point does maturity turn into self-abandonment?
That was good. So what you say, Kim? Because I know Miss Kim, baby, Miss Kim. It's hard out here for Miss Kim, honey.
It's hard to always be the bigger person.
Yeah.
It's hard to always be the bigger person. Church, let's say that again. It's hard always being the bigger person. But in doing so, you know, even in being the bigger person, I do also believe that being the bigger person, you can still, I don't want to say call them out, but you can still have that conversation. You can have a conversation with the person, the people, or whoever, where there's an issue, but a lot of people don't want to be held accountable for their behavior, you know, and I think that has a lot to do with a whole bunch of mental cases as well, because, you know, if you're not called out on how you're behaving, things you're saying, you're going to think that's normal and that's okay, you know, and a lot of people think, well, that's just how I am. No, that don't mean that's right, because just how you are, you can still get called out.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
And if anybody on here want to go out with the Bible, go ahead and read Romans, because it tell you if you can get along with everybody, you know, that's a stipulation, because even God know we ain't gonna get along with everybody, but he still want us to try. And in trying, we need to have those conversations, those hard conversations.
Yeah.
And stop running from it, because I think when you run, you know you're wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, from those hard conversations. This is what I love in the notes that you sent us, Rebecca, where it says being the bigger person really means society teaches being the bigger person, staying quiet, forgiving quickly, avoiding conflict. But in reality, sometimes it means addressing things directly. Sometimes it means walking away without explanation. Being the bigger person is supposed to protect your peace, not cost your voice.
Right.
Now that's strong. That's strong, because let me tell y'all, every day I have to fight to be the bigger person.
Every day.
Every day I'm fighting my flesh every single day.
Yeah.
And sometimes in being the bigger person, it's more stressful than just getting it out.
Exactly.
It's more stressful holding it in when you want to say what you got to say or what you need to say, right? And literally every single day I have to fight my flesh and say, okay, either you're going to feel better by saying this, but there's are repercussions for saying it, right? In certain cases, because when you're at a level of where everybody sees what you're doing, not saying that I'm out in a bag of chips, but I am.
You are, doctor. You're a doctor.
And saying that there's a certain persona sometimes that you have to portray and have a face on all the time. Mm-hmm. So when you're feeling a certain way, when you want to do certain things, you have to think twice about it, because how is it going to affect you, right? How is it going to affect your business? How is it going to affect so many things? I have young adults that's watching me. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just so many things that I can go off and I can say what I want to say and feel better, but what's going to trickle down from that? Like, how is it going to have an adverse effect if I publicly do certain things and I try to do private, but you know, I still get my button pushed. You know what I mean? So being the bigger person, sometimes it's hard. Mm-hmm. It is so hard saying that, okay, I'm gonna raise the white flag, even though I feel a certain type of way underneath the surface. I have to raise the white flag. So what are your thoughts, Becca?
I've been muted for too long. Like, I owe it to myself now to speak up, because what I've noticed is that first of all, I don't have no more cheeks to turn. I don't turn other cheeks. I don't got to. So I just don't have no more. But I do agree, because the things that I worked for, the people that look up to me, the little brown skinned girls that look up and say, oh, I can do that. I have to protect certain things for them. Right. But I can't understand that. However, I think that it is okay to have those hard conversations. Yeah. And still say what it is, because imagine always being the bigger person, but at night when you go to bed, you hurt it. It's affecting you, because it's like people out here playing in my face. They out here playing on my name. Yeah. And as soon as I say my part, oh, Rebecca, well, you know, that's not like you. You shouldn't have. But what's being said about me, why can't I defend it? You know? So I can understand both ways. I can see it both ways.
Because I think one thing I like that I love about Mika is that you know how to put it in the words. Exactly. See, I don't know how to put it in the words to that. Like, I don't know how to nicen it up. You know, but either way it go, like both of y'all said, even with the young ladies coming behind us, we still need to let them know you don't just let people walk over you. Like you know, because you carry all that, and you can't, and that again, it goes back to mental. You know, some people that always have to be strong and don't say nothing, you know, they pop sometimes, they snap. It's like, you know, I can't do this. I don't like how people are doing it. Then you wonder why the very successful people, you know, take their life, because they just tired of being the bigger person. So we have to learn how to address. The thing is learning how to address tough situations and conversations. You know what I'm saying? And because I think that's a part of being the bigger person. Like, hey, we grown. Let's talk about this. Maybe it was a misunderstanding, but all of this here, like, being quiet. Yes, God is gonna deal with it. Yes, but he also tells us that we have to go to one another in love and say, hey, what did you mean by that? Hey, I don't like you doing that. Like, stop picking and choosing what you want to fit your situation. Like, no, just be real with it. Have them conversations, and that way you don't have to always say, well, you know, I had to walk away from it. No, you didn't. Let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
And I do believe then if it's safe to walk away, at least we both know where we stand.
Right. Right.
After that.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
And I think sometimes people play on that, right?
Yes.
You have certain individuals that play on it because you haven't said anything publicly, or you haven't, or there may have been conversations privately that haven't been public.
Right.
And because they haven't been publicized, right? You continue to have this false narrative behind the scenes when you know that there was another conversation. You know what I mean? Exactly. And so for me, it's the battle of, do I go ahead and just bust your whole bubble and bust the internet down and say what really took place? Because if I do that, then I'm gonna shut your whole business down.
Hey, they tried to shut all ours down.
I do my best to not go there, but you pushing the needle though. You're pushing the needle, and when I explode, it's gonna be like a hand grenade on this here internet. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it publicly, because at the end of the day, we have, and other people have decided to to take the business route, right?
Yeah.
To take the public business route rather than making it look like it's a certain thing. However, I know Miss Kim, I know Rebecca, I know myself, I know others that have encountered this same scenario and situation, that it's only going to take one time for something to be said and heard out loud publicly for it to be a whole thing, right? And so don't think that it can't be done.
Right.
If you're choosing,
it's a choice.
It's a choice on the
choice.
reason why we have. And so it's just because eventually, like this message says, you have emotional burnout.
Yeah.
You have built up resentment. You have things that are building up. So when the explosion comes, it's crazy.
It's
crazy.
And then you wonder why. You wonder where all that come from because you be holding it in.
Yeah.
We just deal with it at that time. Then hey, we can all live lighter lives. Take that weight off.
I think that people play kindness for weakness sometimes, and I also believe because sometimes people haven't spoken up, they continue to pick, they continue to poke at you because you haven't said certain things publicly. And I'm like you, Rebecca, I understand because even sometimes as a business owner and sometimes a person that have the working with young adults and things like that, y'all don't know how many times I have started typing and had to say no.
I do it all day. I do it all day.
Don't do it. I because it's just like, okay, if I do this, then I'm gonna get the messages, Mika, that's not your character. Mika, don't do that. Mika, you got too much to lose. All of the things. And so for us as individuals, those things be going across our mind like, okay, should I do this? If I do this, I'll get all of these certain things. But there comes a time where you just get tired. And
you say, take it to hell. Just take it to hell.
And you just do it. And then I'm tired of the flipping the narrative. Like, stop flipping and changing the narrative of things when for a fact if the receipts come out, if these recordings come out, stuff come out, like seriously. So I'm gonna say it again. Please, because it's coming. I feel it's coming. And when it comes, it's gonna be a day. I promise you, it's gonna be a day. It's gonna.
But it's coming. It's
coming. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. So y'all listen. I've been quiet for a long time. It's been, I'm gonna say, a year.
I'm about to say it's been since March 2025, baby.
It's been a year.
Because sometimes y'all being the bigger person means speaking your truth.
Speaking up.
That is being the bigger person.
Yeah. Because if not, then you'll have somebody else controlling the narrative and somebody else having people looking at you a particular way or saying certain things that actually don't know the real deal Holyfield because of the face that you're putting on for the other people, and not really being your authentic self. And really, there's an illness there.
That's a mental ill. That person is mental, believe it or not.
And so
that's like me said, girl, I've been to Japan. I ain't been to no Japan, no Africa, no Kenya, no Nairobi. Come on now. Stop saying that.
And I listen, come for me, baby. Come, I'm asking. Come for me, honey. Come for me. I'm ready. I'm waiting. Come for me. So y'all tuned in and y'all know what we talking about. Go on, send them this live.
Listen,
come
go
for
right
me,
ahead.
honey. I'm ready for it. But anyway, so we talked about flipping the narrative. So Rebecca, being that you were unmuted for so long, what was the pop for you? What was the day that said, you know what, I'm not doing this no more? I mean, muted. I'm not doing this no more. I'm gonna start speaking my truth. I'm gonna start making sure that I'm no longer turning cheek. What was the turning point for you?
I just thought they could play with me, even business wise. I mean, professionally, personally, just feeling like I was looked over for a lot, and I just do good business. Like I have it's not too many that can say they have built a tax seasonal business for 20 years and have built almost 1,000 clients with no team, no this, me. Like, I don't get people splits. I don't do all of that. I did it. And so what I started realizing is that being quiet was costing me way more than showing up, speaking up, and stepping up. So I've always had the sauce. I've always had the knowledge. I've always had the emotion. But because I chose to sit behind my desk and just stay within my bubble, people were sitting out here doing it and taking credit for stuff that I had been did or had done. And so I was like, oh, no, So that was what was the pop for me.
Yeah. What about you, Kim? Because I know you have a struggle because you've been the one to voice all the time. And I know Kim and I we've all had this conversation of, we've all had the conversation of keeping quiet, right?
Yeah.
Now it was opposite for Kim.
Because I did want to keep quiet. I was advised to keep quiet because, like I said earlier, I take it there and I'm not going to say it nice. I'm going to say it how it is. I'm not going to dress it up. I'm not going to put no brown sugar in it to make it sweet. I'm going to call a snake, a scammer, a liar. Okay. So I'm in the season of learning how to speak on difficult situations very professionally, in such a manner that it does not make the people feel some type of way, let alone, tarnish my character. But if you know me, you know my character, and I'm not here to prove myself to anyone first and foremost, because like I say, you don't have to run away from the truth, so that's my thing when it comes to speaking on situations, because I can definitely speak on it, but I thank God for Amika and Rebecca, and a few others that's like, okay, well, calm down. Yeah. And I'm like, nah, it ain't no calming down. They ain't calmed down when it came to me.
Because I knock all this stuff over.
Yeah, I knock it over, baby. And it's also a level of maturity. I listen, I'm almost 56 years old, very wise and mature. I get all of that. Okay. I get all of it. But at the end of the day, it's still your own individual personal choice on how you choose to handle what's before you. Yeah. And in this situation, I've chose patience because it's been a year. Yeah. So that's some good patience.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I stand on that. Yeah.
And even in the patience, it's still been a struggle. Like it's still been literally a struggle for everybody that's been affected.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
been a struggle. And the struggle is not even so much our situations, but the struggle is the controlled narrative of the story that's being told on individuals that have their own individual story, and it hasn't been addressed. And for said person or even other people who continue to try to control the narrative with falsifying information and lies, it just makes it that much harder to witness, right?
Yes.
Not only for ourselves, but seeing others be affected by said person and said things makes it even that much harder, right? And the crazy part about this whole situation scenario, and I'm pretty sure that there's other situations and scenarios with other people, is that in conversations, you hadn't even known that it was happening.
Yeah,
the same thing is happening with so many different people. And it's just like, okay, so now it's almost like you're battling. Should I be the spokesperson and say everybody?
I nominate me.
Should I be the spokesperson and say, and then it's just so crazy. However, the whole conversation is that not just about that, but just the fact of having the adult conversation and settling things and discussing things that need to be discussed.
Yeah.
I'm like you, Rebecca. If you go both of your separate ways, at least you have a clear understanding of where you are. And if you are the said person that know, and I always say this and have been saying this for the 9 years of the Morning Tea Radio Show, sometimes you have to make your wrong right.
Yeah. Yeah.
We give grace for people.
Yes.
Who make mistakes. But if you continue to make the mistake and you're hiding behind the face of perfection, that's the problem.
And you're hiding behind the face of God, in your foolishness.
You have
to
I feel like for me, Yeah, because I feel like for me, one of the most lowest forms of disrespect is to look me in my face and just lie.
Yeah.
Like we too grown, we too grown, and then you just continue the lie and the lie and the lie and the lie and the lie.
Yeah.
Like agree to disagree, talk it out, be done, and move on.
And be done.
Yeah.
But you know what they say, when you tell one lie, you gotta keep up.
Yeah.
And it's horrible.
And I tried to be the bigger person. I tried.
But yeah, I tried to have a conversation.
I tried to have a conversation.
I tried to have a conversation. Yeah.
Bold conversation.
Yeah.
But baby, listen. And if y'all want to ask me about it, just inbox me.
Listen, want to ask me too? You know, y'all want me to tell y'all now?
Just inbox me. But yeah. So that's what the premise of. So I'm gonna show my mom's. Shout out to my mama who's rocking with us on YouTube.
I know that's right.
Silence is golden. That slogan, silence is golden, does not always apply.
Yes, because when people were telling me that, I was tired of hearing it. Like, oh, I don't want to be quiet. You don't understand. I don't want to be quiet.
Yeah. Sylvia says, would you prefer I tell you or go around? Tell me. Tell me, baby. Tell me. Because I would rather it be because listen, let me tell you why. I would rather, it may be something that I didn't see that you saw. It may be a honest and a real mistake. Or I may have been doing something or have been doing something. And like Kim said, you know, sometimes you think that you're doing things the right way. And you just say, that's how I am. No, you need to be checked for how you are because it's making people feel a particular way about how you're doing things.
Right.
So I put my big girl panties on and tell me if Rebecca, especially if it's coming from a credible person that I respect their feelings and their thoughts and what they saying. If you come to me and say, Mika, you didn't handle that right, like Kim did. Kim came to me because she could not understand why said things were taking place.
Yeah.
Humbling, wanting to know. I respect Mika enough to ask her. So if I'm in the wrong and I don't see what I've done, you can tell me.
Yeah.
That's having a conversation, a heart to heart. Like, so if you come to me, I would rather you tell me than tell everybody else.
Right.
If I'm doing wrong, or if you feel that I'm doing wrong, check me.
Yeah.
I don't mind being checked.
Yeah.
If it's right, if I can come back and say it's right, or if it's wrong, I can tell you, no.
Exactly. Have a conversation.
It's supposed to be that way. Then let me tell you why. Yeah. But I can hold myself accountable for things that I need to change or I need to fix. And that's just me. Certain people not like that though. Some people will come up with excuses on why things have happened when you know you're wrong. Just say you're wrong, make it right.
Just say you're wrong
and be done.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. So Jay said we can't correct what we don't know don't know. So tell me exactly. Yes, I can be. Listen, I am humble. I am not one that can't take constructive criticism.
Yeah.
I will call after a class and say, y'all, how was the class? How did I do? Did I do good? If I didn't,
tell me exactly.
People enough to give them their money back. That's just me though.
Yeah.
If you don't feel like you have done, you have received, and I'm calling and I'm checking my accountability partners, which y'all thought.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it was a little sketchy. You know what I mean? Because I'm just honest with myself and I feel that much about, I want to make sure that people aren't having those conversations about me. Exactly. They aren't going sharing these things. So yes, that's me. I feel that way. What about y'all?
If you my girl, you my sister, you my friend, I should be able to receive what it is that you're gonna tell me in love. You know, people are so you got so many people, and it's just ruffling my feathers right now that are just so sensitive. Like we want to be hard, but then we so sensitive at times where we need to be receptive to what's being told to us. Like it's to help you just be a better person and to see something that you didn't see. You know, stop being so sensitive about everything. Like tell me, I tell y'all, just tell me, girl, tell me. If I need to be quiet, say Kim, be quiet. You know, but don't just go behind my back. But yeah.
Oh, this is good right here, Yolanda. It's so much easier to humble yourself because if the Lord does it, He'll bring you to your knees. Let me tell you about that.
Yeah.
We have this conversation. And let me tell you, and I know Rebecca and Kim can attest to this. It's so crazy how sometimes in your silence, you see how the Lord is dealing with said people.
Yes.
Right? Even though you may not have opened up your mouth and said anything, you can look and watch the Lord dealing with them in real time. The sad part about it all is they still want to have this persona. And when he brings you to your knees, you still don't understand where you are. So you get deeper and deeper in the hole. And it's almost like, okay, I'm trying to show you, I'm trying to humble you so that you can be in a better place. And you still don't get it. You still walking around here doing the same stuff. You still walking around here lying. You still around here sabotaging other people. You're still around here controlling the narrative, false narratives of people, places, and things. And we watching you crumble. And you don't get it. We're watching you crumble. We're watching your well run dry. We're watching relationships change. We're watching said things happen in real time, and you still don't get it. You still don't get it. That's the sad part.
That's a mental person. That's
a delusional.
Yeah, delusional. Like, I would rather have the perception rather than check myself. I would rather have people look at me a certain type of way. I would rather not get on the other side of the wrong by making it right. I'd rather stay where I am because it makes me look a certain type of way. And that's the sad part. I watched him bring the whole city down. Yep, it'll happen. It'll happen. And the crazy part is you put yourself so deep that you don't even know. You can't do nothing but count on God to get you out of your situations or your scenarios. And he been instructing you and telling you the entire time what you should do. And when you don't get it, you got people enabling you. You have people, you just run into the different circles doing the same thing, having the same situations, same scenarios, and you still don't get it. You still don't get it. So
for me, it takes so much energy. It takes so much energy to be somebody you're not. Like, for me, I just can't imagine being one way all day, and then at night when I have to lay down and then be who I really am.
Exactly. That's exhausting.
It's having a face. And when I say I have a face on, it's because I have to have a face on of professional. I ain't talking about having a face on because I'm out here lying. But I'm saying that to say I get tired of that. I'd be exhausted.
Because you want to
be on all the time. Rebecca, during tax season, you had to be on for your clients all day long. I don't care how tired you was, if you didn't feel like doing it, if you was having issues, whatever the case may be, you had to have. It's exhausting to have to be a certain type of way. And people often say, and I often say, I understand why preachers, people who speak, I understand their exhaustion when they finish, because you're mentally preparing for something. You're physically having to be in the moment. And then when you're speaking in an atmosphere, you are taking on everybody's emotions and energy in that particular place. So when you are finished, your mind, your body, you are tired from having to have a face. Because if I don't feel good or if I don't have the right energy, I still have to project the energy that I want people to feel because of what I'm doing in that moment. So it's tiring. It really is. So if you got to be,
and it's also tiresome. Exactly. And it's also tiresome to be put up on a pedestal that you didn't ask to be put on. And then when you fall off of it, people looking at you crazy. That's why I tell people, don't confuse my quietness for this, because I would drag you for
yes, you will.
And then when I do it, I'm the bad person because you think, oh, Rebecca, but that's not like you know.
It is.
I've been in here the whole time.
I do business, or I do this, or I do that. So don't be putting people up on pedestals either, because when they fall off of it, you're gonna be looking crazy.
Very. Very.
Yeah. I'm telling you. So, in other words, great conversation today. With being the bigger person, with being what being the bigger person looks like for you, whatever it is that you feel being the bigger person is. But what we are saying is you have the option of being the bigger person, but also having the hard conversations with people, having those hard conversations to come into a clear understanding of where you stand, the release of people. And then also sometimes there's not an actual release, right? Sometimes you just say in yourself, okay, I'm going to release you there's no conversation that needs to be held, because even if I do have the conversation, it's not going to change anything, you know? So oftentimes that's something as well. So Sharon say, when they go low, I go lower. I take it to the king on my knees. And Nedra said, seriously, Yolanda said, seriously, they put their pants on the same way I do. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Cordelia say, oh, Cliff, that's our hood.
That's our And you know what, Mika, you made a good point though, and what you just said, and it's because people have gotten so far into the lie, they don't know how to reel it back. They done got so far deep into the lie to where they rather keep the lie going than to try to make things right and just move forward.
Yeah, because when you tell one, you got to keep going, you know. But then also, like they said earlier, it's a time to be quiet and a time to speak up. Yeah, you know, and our time to speak up is coming real soon.
It's coming. It's coming. It's been a long time. Listen, I will say this: we have held out a very long time, a very long time. And when you keep getting poked, when the bear keep getting poked, it's gonna come out eventually. That's why you don't poke the bear. That's why you don't do it. You just keep your mouth closed. That's it. However, and that's coming from Dr. Mika Diamond Star.
I know that's right,
Dr. Mika.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah. So Jay said imposter syndrome is a real mental illness, clinically diagnosed. It's going around. It's going around. I'm about to start telling people, girl, you got imposter syndrome. You got a mental illness for real. You really do. But y'all, we're gonna get into this quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we got upcoming events. We'll see y'all in a second.
You're tuned in to the Morning Tea Radio Show. Don't go nowhere. The upcoming events coming up next. Let's go.
All right. So what's going down this week? So Sunday, the DFW Women's Club is having their spring conference. The spring conference at the Aloft Trophy Club. Tickets are still available. You can grab your seats. Listen, I always tell people you got to be in the room. Just because you're in the Facebook group does not mean that the Facebook group is going to take you to your next level. You have to get in, meet, network, and meet some people, right? And so this is a room with a network of over 14,000 women. Why wouldn't you have your face in the place, your butt in a seat, to be able to rub elbows, network? Rebecca went to, Trina went to, Sherry went to the fall conference last year. And when I tell you the relationships that I built out of the room, I'm still getting support from those people. I'm still supporting those individuals. Rebecca spoke last conference. She's speaking again this conference. So you guys grab your tickets. Tickets are still available. It's on my news feed. Yolanda, if you can put the link in the chat so that for those who are in the DFW area, we got some busty collectives that are coming. We got Rhonda with Pure Gemini. We got Ursa that's going to be in the building as well with Love Up Lab, who has some exciting news that's taking place on this weekend. So they are traveling from Houston, Texas to come to be in the room to build relationships. So if you want a new network, if you want to grow, if you want to meet new people, you need fresh blood, be in the room on this Sunday. All right, Becca, what you got coming up other than this Sunday?
So, I will be speaking at the DFW Women's Conference this Sunday. So if you're in DFW, like Mika said, come out, support, get in the room, and follow me on all platforms. Rebecca Davis Enterprises, because I do have some Unmute Yourself events, networking events. You know, we need to get out. We need to start loving on ourselves. We need to be able to say, I ask women all the time, tell me something good about yourself. And they like, we just to stop that. No, we're about to stop that. And I'm putting together an event that we're going to be able to do just that. Just love on ourselves, talk about ourselves, and just, love on us. So follow me on all platforms.
That's good.
Cool. All right,
I'm excited about that. I love talking about me, baby. I be all in the mirror, like, hey, girl, listen.
What you got coming up, Miss Kim?
Well, for those of you that received the email from me, you know what's coming up. I'm not going to say it out loud for the sideliners, but if you got the email, that's coming up. Then for the other ones got the email, that's coming up. I got some things coming up. but you can still purchase my book, 2,426 Days Overcoming the Chains of a Toxic Marriage, at www.powerhousebykp.com. And that's POWERHAUSBY KP.com. You can follow me on Facebook at Kimberly Powell, POWELL. You can also follow me at Powerhouse by KP on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm slowly moving over to the TikTok Nation as well. Hey. That's it. That's it for now.
All right, y'all. And for me, I am going to be, of course, DFW. I'm the MC along with the Queen Yolanda. We're emceeing the event. And also Sherry is a speaker as well. So we're going to have a good weekend this Sunday. So I'm excited. And then also, that's all I got, y'all. I'm taking the month of May to celebrate family. I'm learning to smell the roses while I can. So I'm taking the month of May to be able to celebrate my nephews with graduation. Mother's Day is coming up. Exciting news with the release of 2,426 Days. Yes. And so,
Melody, no, it was more of it's something that those that did what they were supposed to do. Other than getting on the email list, they got something.
You just cut me off.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Let me answer this comment real quick.
No, my bad.
Oh, you good. It was just funny because I was like, wait a minute, did I say something wrong?
No, I looked down, I was like, okay. But no, they got something.
It is all good. This is unscripted.
Yeah, it's all good.
But in July, I will be at the Essence Festival receiving an award. And then also, let me give a shout out to today. I'm receiving a Women of the World award in Houston, Texas at Dove's Restaurant by Break Free Ministries. My mom and my sister will be accepting my award on my behalf in Houston, Texas. So definitely want to say thank you. I appreciate that. And then we're going to be in Essence in New Orleans, July 4th weekend for the retreat that's taking place in New Orleans. And I'll be receiving an award as well. So special shout out to Dr. Tasha Dickerson for allowing me to have an award and just spend some time with some ladies. So we're excited about that. But that's all I have, y'all. I'm celebrating May, June, and May. And I have some other stuff that's coming out with business-wise that's coming up in June. So y'all have an amazing day. Follow me on all social media platforms. We'll be back next week. Same place, same time, same location right here on the Morning Tea Radio Show with your girl, Mika Diamond.
And your favorite Miss Kim. Go out and be kind.
And your girl, Miss Unmuted. Love on somebody on purpose today.
Y'all have a good Wednesday. We'll see y'all next week.
Wake up, the tea is hot. Nigga, Kim and Rebecca got the spot. Sip it slow, let the gossip flow. The morning tea is a daily glow. Turn it up, hear the laughter ring. Stories fly like birds on wings. Steeped in truth with a twist of fun. The morning tea has just begun. Pour a cup, let the chatter spree. Your morning fix is here with three. Mika, Kim, and Rebecca agree. The morning tea is the place to be.